My name's Greg Dahl, I'm Managing Director of the Pentago group of companies. We've been around for over 30 years, based in Malaysia, and we also have an office in Melbourne. This space in Pentago we use for exhibitions and for art and for presentations. And unfortunately, everyone's at home at the moment through COVID, but you can imagine when it's ramai, lots of people. One of our main core values, we like to tread lightly on the earth. We don't want to chop mountains and fill valleys. We use the nature as it is. Major core values also how we treat our staff and how we treat and respect the workers on the sites. Everyone is equal. Pentago's projects. Well, we've done quite a few over the last 30 years, but the three that stand out was the first critical one we did, 1990s, Gita Bayou. Gita Bayou was probably one of the original gated communities, middays, 2000s. We go overseas to Bahrain, over 1 square kilometre of reclamation, changing the earth, bringing in indigenous plants, so turning the desert into greenery. And then today, TRX Park, over 9 acres, built on a concrete slab with 5 levels of retail and car park below.
My name is Philip Hill, and I am an Executive Director with Pentago. And particularly I have been looking after the TRX City Park project. TRX City Park is part of Tun Razak Exchange, and it's developed on top of the retail mall, which is the exchange, which is the centre of the TRX precinct, and that provides a lifestyle leisure quarter. And the park will be handed to DBKL to become a city park and forms part of their future vision in their structure plan 2040 to make Kuala Lumpur a livable space. So the concept of the park is inspired by the indigenous ecology and habitats of Malaysia, and particularly the planting design, where we take key species, which you would see in natural habitats for different types of ecosystems, and then they're represented back in the park. So we have different habitats which represent kind of forest, mountainsides, plateaus and coastal landscapes, which are then represented through the park. So it gives a little microcosm of Malaysia in the design. Within the park, the planting itself has over 180,000 locally secured plants which are coming into the design. And within that's over 15,000 square metres of planting that's provided, and more than 900 trees which will go on top of the rooftop. And then of the 900 trees, there are more than 50 different species. So again, that strengthens the biodiversity of the design that we're putting in the park. I think once the park is complete, it's going to provide a very activated, integrated space in the heart of KL. And it's going to be one of the go-to places that you come to KL. You would go there, you experience that. The retail works with the park to have activated spaces, and there'll be programs of things happening. So it'll be a very exciting space to be in, and things constantly happening. And of course, as a landscape architect, I'm looking forward to seeing the trees mature and develop and creating that natural shade and ambience and tropical feel within the space, which will make it a very spatial environment. I've seen the city evolve in many ways, and it's amazing how fast that progress has been. But my aspirations for the future are that it's all handled in a more sustainable way, and that we have more opportunities for green space and landscape people back into the city centre to make it more livable, to make it cooler, and to make it a much more experiential space. And as I stay on here in the future, I hope to be able to reap the benefits of all of our tree planting and green space to make the city a much more involving, livable space.